Let me, and let's mute everyone off. Oh, Kim in. Oh, we've got some late comers. Can you hear me, everyone? Yeah, perfect. Lisa, oh, there she is. Oh, we've got some more. Sorry, guys, it won't be a second. I just want to make sure everyone's in. I think that's everyone. So hi everyone, happy Tuesday. We just wanted to do a call today and get a few of my leaders on who are going to tell you about their story, what this business has done for them and what it can do for you. And then we're all going to give our best tips on different topics. So get your notepads and your pens ready because there's going to be some amazing tips and advice. Oh, one sec, I've got 5 more people. Tips and advice tonight, so make sure you take it all in and make the most of it. So I've been in the business for 7 years, for anyone that doesn't know me. Before this, I was the same as everyone on this call. I was working in a 9 to 5. I didn't have any ambition. I thought, what the hell am I going to be when I grow up? I'm going to have to marry an old man or something who's rich, because what am I going to be? What am I going to do to get money? I was just working in call centres, going from dead-end job to dead-end job. And I was so immature for my age, I just thought, oh, I'll worry about it in a few years. And I honestly joined this business thinking, oh, I might make an extra 50 quid or 100 quid. That is all I had. Like, that's all I expected from it. And I remember when I was first posting, I was doing like 1 post a day, expecting to get all these inquiries. I don't know if you've just started and you think that 1 post, you're going to get loads of orders and loads of inquiries. I actually did. I was so deluded. I thought that 1 post would literally get my first promotion. And it doesn't work like that. Don't forget, people aren't on social media like us all day, every day. People are out and about, they're at work. They don't see every single post you do. That's why we go on and on about how consistent you have to be. Like, you literally have to be constantly posting, constantly adding to finally get seen. So don't worry if you've joined like a week ago. Like, last weekend was the first time ever we've ever had the free sign up, and it was absolutely mental. So many of you joined. And don't worry if you've not got your first order. Like, don't compare yourself to anyone else, because it took me like a week and a half to get my first order. I was like, I'm gonna quit, this is shit. At the time it was 65 quid to join, and I was like, I'm just gonna earn my 65 quid back and then I'm quitting. Can you imagine if I did? Like, it actually petrifies me. I'd still be in that dead end job. I'd still be working in some call centre somewhere, still be skint, still be renting, still be having a boss asking for 1 holiday a year. Like, can you imagine if I quit? And that's why I want everyone tonight just to, you know, realise it does take time to build up your social media. I started on 0. I had like about 20 followers on Twitter. We didn't even use Instagram. And I had about 30 like friends from school and my mum on Facebook. So it doesn't matter if you've got no followers, we're going to teach you how to build it up, and it takes time. So don't like look at people that are getting promotions and think, oh, I failed. Like, it's been a week. Honestly, do not quit, because you could be like me one day. You could get to the top of the business and just think if you would have quit. So you need to give it your all. So when I first joined the business 7 years ago, I was doing it alongside my full-time job. And I would fit this into my day, same as everyone else, because no one quits the job to do this. So I'd be posting before work, every single break I got, evenings and weekends, like constantly. Whenever I got a minute, I used to nip to the loo if I was in meetings, just put a quick post on. And then when I got home at night, I'd follow up with all my inquiries. I'd go through everyone I'd spoke to that day, and I'd do the majority of it evenings and weekends. Instead of watching TV, I was literally just on my phone every spare hour I got. And I remember when I first hit SDD, which is like SP, I earned 930 quid. And to me, that's one of my most memorable wages, because it doesn't sound a lot, but to me, that was half of my full-time wage. I was like, oh my God, I've got 930 quid for being on my phone. So after that, I was hooked, because anyone who knows me knows I am money motivated. I am obsessed with money. I've always done sales. I wanted to get to the top, and that little first taster of money made me want to get to the top as fast as possible. So I got to PMD, which was our top position at the time. in 9 months whilst I was still working full time. And honestly, I was still skeptical. I was like, oh, it feels too good to be true. Everyone used to go on these trips and all these posh places, and I was like, see you everyone, I'm off to work. And they were like, will you just quit that job? I was like, no, it might end tomorrow. Like, honestly, I thought it was too good to be true and it might end tomorrow and I wouldn't quit my job. So anyway, I finally quit my job. And I literally have had the best 7 years of my life. Like, I managed to buy my first house, which has always been my main goal. If you knew me before this business, I was 25 grand worth of debt. I had CCJs, I had them dodgy loans, I had everything. Anyone, anything would give me, I had them. And I thought, I'll be renting forever. No one's ever going to give me a house. And I managed to save 160 grand with all my commission and bonuses. I just lived off my normal wage. I saved 160 grand to put down as a deposit on my first house, and it was 260 grand. So they give me a mortgage finally for 100. And that was literally one of the best days of my life. So I was like, I've done it. That is my ultimate goal. I've managed to buy like my dream cars, and I'm not saying this to show off, it's just to show what's possible. Like, I always wanted a black Audi. I went into Audi and spent 36k on my card. They were like, do you need finance? I was like, no, I'll just pop it on my card. And that was all for my bonuses, because I saved all my bonuses in commission. And then the dream car was the Ranger. Like, everyone, I think everyone wants a Range Rover Sport. And that would have been on my vision board for ages. And I finally got the white one. And then recently I got the black one. So this is just to show you like what's possible. Anything you believe that you can achieve in this business, you can. Like, I am so normal. I've never done anything like this before. All I am is a hard worker. Like, no one will ever outwork me. And that is the only secret in this business, hard work. Like, it doesn't matter what you look like, what skills you've got, hustle pays off in this business. And that's why people like me can get to the top. We don't need any special education or anything like that. So I've literally traveled the world. I've been everywhere. I've been taken on a private jet with all the leaders. We got taken to Marrakesh to a 7-star resort. We literally got pulled up, and there's all these black 4x4s like we're in the Kardashians, and they took us to all these posh restaurants, to night under the stars with all the top leaders. We went on helicopter rides. All of this was free of charge, like treated by the company. We've been to Marbella partying on boat parties with all the team. We go to Barcelona every year for our convention. Like, obviously, all of you and anyone that started in the past year hasn't even been anywhere. Like, you've not even seen the fun yet. Like, we've not had any conventions, any NMD meetings, any fun events, and this job is fun. Like, you will have the best time of your life if you come to the conventions. You'll make the best friends. So it's not just about money. Some of you on this call, and I've even spoke to some of you today, have joined to be part of something. You want to make friends, you want to be part of a community. And already after a week, so many of you have said how positive you are, because I've stopped you in your tracks and you've been negative, and you've started doing self-development, and you're already being more positive, and your friends and family are noticing. So this is what this business is about. It's not always just about money. It's about experiences, meeting friends, being part of something. And we're helping people get healthy. Like, we have the best products in the world. They're plant-based, they're made with fruit and veggies. You're never ever going to get better products. So we're helping people be healthier and helping them make money. So never ever ever be scared to post or embarrassed or listen to any neg. So I want to tell you a few of my top tips. We've all got little different topics, so we're not telling you the same things. And then I'm going to get all of my leaders on to tell you about their journeys, what the business has done for them, and a few of theirs. So the first thing, and I know I mentioned this on the first call, I might sound like a robot, but anyone who's not ordered the products yet, you need to get on the products, because you need to be a raving fan of the products. You couldn't work in a Mercedes garage, you never drove a Mercedes, like, you wouldn't even know anything about it, you wouldn't be passionate, you wouldn't know how it drove. So you need to be able to feel the benefits, like even if it's weight loss, if you've got more energy, your hair, your skin and nails, whatever your goal is, you need to get on the products, and people need to see your journey. Because it's amazing sharing the customer's results, but if you're not using them, people will know. And people buy off people they know, like, and trust. And they need to trust that you're using them. They want to see your results. They want to see how excited you are every morning when you're doing your live, having your shake, or having your lift, or having your capsules. They love seeing that, and they love seeing you on your journey, like how much weight you've lost and how much more positive and more energy you've got. So that's why it's so, so important to show you. And it doesn't matter what size you are. I've got so many girls in my team who are all different sizes. And it does not matter. People like to see the real you. So you don't have to be a skinny mini. You don't have to be a gym bunny. It's all about your own journey. So make sure, if you've not already, order your products as soon as you can. When you get them, you need to do like a little photo shoot, because don't forget, your social media is your shop window. So if you're putting a post on in some like rubbish glass, just like on the side, That is not attractive. So when you get your products, get some little flowers, get some candles, get some nice glasses from TK Maxx or whatever for £1, and just spend some time, do a little photo shoot, use the app Lightroom, make all your photos look amazing and attractive, because that is your shop window. It's like, would you dress your shop window with a pile of poo? You just wouldn't, or, you know, with boarded up cardboard. Like, you've got to make it look pretty and presentable. And that's why it's so important to use the products and show you're using them every day and make them look attractive. And also, people want to see your personality in your profile. So I know I keep putting loads of stuff in the group for you to use, which is amazing, because I just want you to see examples of how we post. But a lot of you now have been here a week. I want you to start doing your own posts and show your personality, because if you do 10 before and after pictures in a row, that's so boring. People will unfollow you. Or if you're using my words, people know it's not authentic to you. So you've got to start making your own posts. Just go on the product testimonials group, you nick any photo or testimonial on there, and make your own post with your own words. Keep it short and sweet, 4 or 5 lines. Keep it really colourful, loads of emojis, and then press DM or have a little poll button so people can actually vote and actually order from you. So that's all you've got to do. Put your personality into it and talk about other stuff. Like yesterday, I did a little exercise to check everyone's social media, and some had I think it was 6 berry posts in a row. And I know we were laughing about it because you're only learning and everyone's the same when they first start. But you've got to think to yourself, is that going to get me an order? Like, is that going to attract people? So you've got to mix your profiles up. So if you see mine, I'll talk about my dog all the time. He's funny. I'll talk about exercising, the gym. I'll share funny memes, cocktails with the girls, shopping, just normal stuff. Just think about, what did you used to post before this business? Like, you just talked about normal stuff. And all you've got to do is fit Juice Plus into your normal day. It's your lifestyle now. So you've got to, every time you do 1 or 2 Juice Plus posts, the next one do a non-Juice Plus post, just so yourself, so people will follow you back, so you're adding value, you're fun to watch, and that way you'll get more followers, more interaction, more friends, and more inquiries. The last thing I wanted to talk about is recruiting. Now, I know a few of you have already recruited. Some of you have already got 1 or 2 teams, which is absolutely amazing week 1. Honestly, it's unreal. I never did that. But if I knew then what I knew now, I would recruit from day 1. And it's not got to be scary. Your upline can look after them for you. It just means all of their points go towards your promotion. So say you're going for SP, if you have 2 girls and they've got 500 points each, that's 1,000 points towards your promotion. So it makes sense. It can be a team effort. So my top recruiting tips, if you've just started, is offer the opportunity to your customers. So every single month, have a big list of all your customers. And I want you to, after they've been on the product for a couple of weeks and they're happy and you're checking in with them, just say, do you know what, babe, you're really good at what we do, and let me know if you want to earn some extra money. And most people will be like, oh yeah, what is it? Because everyone's curious. You send them the info, which I've sent you all. You add them to the best decision group, tag them in someone's video who's relevant to them. And then after the next day, follow up by voice note, asking if they watch the videos, if they've got any questions, and send all their questions to your upline so they can help you. Honestly, recruiting is so easy. You've just got to show that you're recruiting. So offer it to your customers, and then you've got to be doing direct posts. So a direct post would be something like, looking for 2 teamies, want to work from home, opportunity to travel, amazing wages and commission, DM me with a cute picky off Pinterest, or a picture of you with the girls, or out with cocktails, or a beach. It can be anything you want, anything lifestyle. You can get a picture off Pinterest. So that's a direct post where you're actually actively looking for people. Then you need to do the indirect subtle post every day. So I'm so happy and grateful. I'm sat on the couch earning money in my slippers. That's an indirect post because it makes people think, what is it she's doing? Why is she earning money in her slippers? But you're not directly asking for people. Or you can be at the kids' playground or the pool, or watching your kid play football and you're earning money from your phone, from your little pocket office. So you want to be doing indirect posts every single day and planting the seeds. And even things like this. So talk about the call tonight. People want to be part of something. Talk about things that you're going to get in the future. So even if you've just joined, when I was an SDD, I used to recruit 20 people a month and I had no money. I was skint. So that doesn't matter about your lifestyle. If anything, people can relate to you more than they can to me. So talk about when you get your first wage, even if it's a few £100s, what has that done for you? Can you take the kids out? Can you fill the fridge? Can you go shopping? Can you buy something you couldn't do, or you're saving up for a holiday? Little things like that plant seeds into people's mind and makes them think, God, I need a few hundred extra quid. What is it she's doing? I want to join. So it hasn't got to be the big things at the start. Then you can talk about the company incentives that we've got going on. You can talk about the team retreat that all of you can qualify to. You can talk about anything that's going on in the team. And then you can talk about what do you want in the future. So what's on your vision board? Your house, your car? Do you want to travel? What is this business going to do for you long term? You've got to be sharing all of that and talking about it every day. So don't forget to show off your lifestyle. Even if you're still working 9 to 5, you can still be earning money in the bath or in your slippers, extra money that people need, and show that every single day. You need to be showing your journey. So I want to get on. Who wants to go first? We've not even asked. Let's have a look who's there on the front row. There's Kel, I can see her. Let's unmute. I'll have to do it on this side. One sec. I don't know why, but the list is gone. Kelly, what's your name on Zoom? I can't find you. Is it Kel? Kelly Jones, oh, she's asked to unmute. Is it letting you unmute yourself, babe?
Yeah, I think I'm on now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey! Kel, what the business has done for you so far, what it's going to do for you in the future, what you hope to get, and your best tips on what we discussed before. I can't remember. Whatever you.
Hi everyone, so I am Kelly. I've been in the business since February last year. I was very skeptical. I watched Lauren for 2 years before I joined. I didn't think you'd be able to make any money from this. I was like, oh, I used to see it all the time. I used to see people posting stuff and I thought, can you actually make money? And I was always on the edge thinking, should I go for it? Should I not? I don't know if you can make money from it. And I thought, you know what have I got to lose? I wanted the products anyway. Who doesn't need to bridge the gap on the fruit and veg that they don't get? And that is why I thought, you know what? I want the products. I'll give it a go. I literally made my money back in a couple of hours and I was like, whoa. I was like, maybe you can actually make some money from this. So I grafted all month. I worked my bum off. I was working so many hours. I was doing everything that Lauren said. And I thought, oh my word, like if I get paid at the end of this month, like this is going to be amazing. And I got my first wage, and I think mine was quite similar to Lauren's. It was around £900. And I was like, wow, like what? Like this, and then all the visions and everything started coming together for me. And then with this business, we talk about mindset a lot and vision boards and stuff like that. And I'd never done anything like that. I was like, oh, vision boards, this, that, and the other. So I actually made one. Here's my one at the moment, by the way, guys. Yeah, so I actually made one, and one of the first things that I managed to tick off on month 3 was my laptop. So I got a MacBook Air, and never in a million years would I thought I would have bought like a MacBook Air. I always used to think that it was really, really expensive. I used to think, oh my God, no. And it was one of the first things that I ticked off. And so that's what like few of the short-term goals that this business has done for me. I did have a full-time job before this. I do this business full-time now. Obviously, my little boy's just jumped onto the Zoom, so I fit in and around. So people who've got children, people who are working full-time, like I get it. Like I've been there. He goes to football 3 times a week, and I just fit it in and around where I could. So even when I was like waiting for his chicken nuggets to cook in the oven or something, I'd be on my phone and I'd be adding new people, I'd be speaking to new people, and I thought this business can literally be done around anything. So I'm at the position SSC now. I'm very, very close to QNMD. So hopefully this month or next month I will hit my promotion. Woo, 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 woo. So I've picked up all those bonuses so far, and my view for the future really with this business is to be PMD plus. Ellie, my little sideline, is going to be talking later. We both want to go on that journey together as well, and it is nice to try and get to know people within the business, make friends. Like me and Ellie are not like direct, like we're both under Lauren, but we are like the best of friends within the business now. So make friends with each other, hold yourself accountable. Like if you've not like posted about recruitment, or if you're not posted about the product, like say, like pull each other up about it and egg each other on, and like then you've got a little business partner then. So that's what the business has done for me, and that's what I was doing prior. And I'm going to go over my top tips now. So Lauren went over a little bit about content before. So like obviously making your pictures look pretty and everything, and make sure your content is engaging. Make sure that if you looked at that, at the picture, and it's not just like a shake on the side, like Lauren was saying, like, would you want to buy from that person? Make your pictures look pretty. If you didn't get the app before, make sure that you get the app Lightroom. Another really good one is Canva. So Canva, you can make like really pretty pictures as well. So you can put your pictures from Pinterest into Canva and make them look all professional if you want to go all that extra, because they are really good apps out there. So definitely use them. With your content as well, like be clever with it. So if you go somewhere and you go for food with your friends or whatever you're doing, be clever with it and bank a load of pictures. So take a picture in one position on your phone, like, so you can think about posting these pictures in the future. Then it might be somewhere else and get another picture, or it might be like with your friends or whatever it is. Make sure you bank a load of content so you're not waiting for that time for you to go out like thinking, oh God, I've got no content. You should have loads of content to post like in the future. Reels are a really good way of like getting your reach out there. So obviously we're trying to reach as many accounts as possible, and we can do that in a few different ways, which I'm going to go into soon. But Reels is another way of getting content out there and show your personality. So if you've seen somebody else do something that you feel like, oh, that's my personality, it might be about being a parent, it might be about being like a dog mom, it might be about some like sort of hobbies that you're into. People who are going to see that reel are going to be people who are similar to you. So since I've been doing them, I've got like a lot of mums starting to follow me because I'm a mom and I'm doing reels about parenting. So it's really important that you are trying to reach the right audience. So make sure you are doing those sort of things, because the reach on reels, that's a mouthful, the reach on reels like is massive. I think the other week I posted about mine being like 500,000 views, and I know that it's not everything, but to me, like I've gained over 1,500 followers from that. And then when I've gone back and started messaging these people, these are all like mums and people who were similar to me when I started conversations with them. So have a content day. So I usually do this on a Sunday. So it's usually when I'm getting ready, I'm going for some food with my family, and I'm putting my makeup on, I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup, and I'll have a content day and I'll literally get changed. So I'll think, right, I'll put this outfit on, I'll go and sit here, I'll put this outfit on, I'll go and do this, and do different reels. So people don't know I've done it all on Sunday, but I've already got that content to actually keep repurposing it. And just always remember when you are posting, like, be you, be your authentic self, and like think about, would you want to be the person people want to buy from, basically? Like, would you buy from yourself? And that's what I always think when I'm putting this stuff out there. So I would definitely buy from me. So that's my first one about the content. The second one was consistently expanding your network. So you need to be adding new people every day, because it will soon dry up. So your friends and family will start buying from you at the start. Some of them might, some of them don't. They didn't with me. Like I sold to some complete strangers at the start, and I was like, where are my friends and family at? But it doesn't always happen. But don't get disheartened, because there's billions of people in this world who will buy off you. So it's so important that you're adding new people every single day. Like, you've got to do it, or it will dry up. If you stop doing that, your network is just gonna like literally dry up. So how to do that? So you need to go on like things that you like. So say if it's like nice pajamas, or it might be you're into like hair and beauty, or any of these accounts, like for example Pretty Little Thing, if you like the stuff that obviously don't all go on Pretty Little Thing now and do the same, but you know what I mean. So go on to Pretty Little Thing, you'll go on to the most recent picture, click on their likes, and then go through and add those people. And the reason you're doing that, because those people are into the same thing as you and the most active users. So it's so important that you're adding people who are active users. Another way that you can make sure that you widen your network is all those people that you're adding every single day. You're going through your news feed and you're liking and commenting and showing love to these people. Because if somebody writes a nice comment on your picture, you're like, oh, hey girl, like what's she saying? Because it's nice, isn't it? They're saying that they like your dress or whatever it is. They might be complimenting you on where you are, asking where your dress is from, whatever it is. They will then come to your profile, and then they might might start following you if you're not already following them. Another good one is hashtags. So obviously, again, hashtags that are related to like what you're into, whether you are like a mom, a dog mom, any hobbies that you're into, like those sort of things. Go onto the hashtags and again, like and comment, show love to people on those pictures, and people will come and start following you. You just need, rather than scrolling aimlessly and not making any money, by this you are bringing people to your profile and widening your network. Again, Reels is another good way of making sure that you're expanding your network, just because of what I previously spoke about. And tag your customers and ask them to share like what it is they're doing and tag you. So what happens on Facebook, if you tag your customer on Facebook, it goes onto their Facebook wall as well. Same if you put something on your Instagram story and like say, thanks for your order, and they reshare it, that is another reach for you. So they might not be following you, but they might want that product. So make sure you are tagging your customers, because that's another audience for you. Put something together. Yeah, and again, like just using Canva before, you might even want to put something together for them to share, like a bit of a package picture or something, and say, can you do me a massive favor? It might be your customers, it might be family, it might be friends, and just ask them to repost something for you. Like that's what friends do, don't they? Like people will support you and say, yeah, of course, and you're giving them everything they need, and they're going to post it out there for you. So you might get a few more followers, you might get a few more orders off the back of it, and it's just thinking outside the box sometimes on how you can expand that network and how you can reach more people. And the last one, my top tip, all beginning with C's today, by the way, content consistently expanding and conversations. So you need to be having conversations with people. What you've got to remember, you will never buy from somebody first time. Like that's not what we do. Like somebody will go, oh, do you want this? And you go, yeah, of course. Like sometimes that happens, and it's amazing when it does happen, and we get really excited when it does happen. But we do need to build those conversations. Like Lauren was saying before, people buy people. Okay, so if people can get to know you a little bit more, and without actually having to offer the business opportunity, you can actually recruit people that way, just by building a conversation, asking about like where they've been at weekend, or that looks really, really good, or whatever it might be the outfit that they're wearing. Just build a conversation. You know how to have a conversation with your friends, your family, anybody like that. You know how to have a conversation. So do that with strangers. And I tend to do it once I've been through and added all those people like I was talking about before. The people who follow me back, I will send them a voice note, and I'll just let them know what it is I'm doing. I'll say, thank you so much for adding me back. I'm actually trying to expand my network at the moment. I work online from my mobile phone. I'm looking at other people to do the same. So thank you. I appreciate that. So don't go in and go, come and join my team. I let them know I'm trying to expand my network, that I earn money from my mobile phone, and I'm looking for the people to do the same. So thank you so much for following me back. And I'll literally leave it at that. But then I'll message them on reacting to the stories. I'll comment on the posts and stuff. And that is building a relationship with people. And that is how you build relationships with people all over the world. So not just the UK. If you want to find people in Dubai, Australia, Spain, wherever it is, in all the countries that we're in, you can build relationships like that just from social media, just from doing it that way. Sorry, I'm just making sure I've covered everything. I feel like I've been on for ages, going on at everybody. But how do yeah, so that's basically it for me. So yeah, content consistently expanding and making sure that you're having those conversations with people, guys. So hopefully you got something from that. And what somebody said, what are those apps again, please? So Lightroom is one of the apps, and Canva is a good app. And if you like all the moving stuff as well, well, stuff flies in and you make it all look fancy, Mojo's a really good app as well. I'll put them in the chat. But thank you.
Thanks so much, Kel. You are amazing. Kel is the real queen. Like, she is obsessed with reels. She does amazing at them. She is piss funny. If you don't follow her, go and follow her. There is so many funny ones about the kids and being a mum and can't cope at home and homeschooling. It's piss funny. So definitely do them to whatever you're interested in. So it could be your hobbies, it could be kids, it could be your dogs, it can be anything. Or you can just do it like having your products in the morning or having a shake. Just mix up your profile so you're not always doing the same thing every day. So next, who wants to go next? Put your hands up, Ruth, for her. Right, there she is. Oh, you're both saying the same. Can you hear me, Ruth? I've asked for you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there she is. So Ruth's been in the business for, is it 6 years now? Yeah, 6 years. And before this, I was literally trying to, she's the only person in my whole team. So I don't know how many I've got, but probably about 3,000 people in my team. And I never knew anyone in my team. Everyone has been strangers that I added on social media, either my customers or my team members. So if I never added new people, I wouldn't have a team or a business. And Ruth is the only person I knew before, because I used to work with a friend, Steph, and we always used to go out on nights out, didn't we, and birthdays and little shindigs. And then one night I was trying to get her involved for ages, and she was like, nah, it's a scam. Same as all of us. And I got her drunk, and she was like asking questions, and I was like, do you want to see my wage? What was it, Ruth? I can't remember. What was the earning then? What was my wage? Was it about 20k?
So my annual wage in my job was 25 grand, and your monthly wage for April 2015 was 25,467 or something like that.
Like, how many? That's the same as me. Like, you can earn in this business what you used to earn in a year. And I remember telling Ruth, and she was like, I don't believe you. And I was like, isn't it true, Steph? And she's like, let me see another one. And we literally, I signed her up that night. She's like, sign me up. And she never looked back. And then she managed to quit a 9 to 5. And now she literally does this full time, sits at home with Bruno. She's a dog mum, and literally has the best life. So if you want to tell everyone about your journey so far, because it's so important to hear everyone's stories, because we've all done it in different times. We've all done it, in different journeys, and some of us work full time, some of us work part time. So if you want to tell everyone your journey and then your top tips.
I will do. I feel like you've just told my journey, really. Our Steph's on the call as well. It's actually my cousin, not my friend. You know that. But yeah, so that is true. That night, like, I just crazy. I'd watched Lauren for ages, but so it was actually this month, May 2015, this month, 6 years ago. So I'm getting all my first posts through on my Facebook memories, and trust me, if you are right now, it is fine, because my posts were absolutely terrible, and you just make mistakes until you get it. Like, that's what this business is for me anyway. So back then I was in a job, and Lauren talked about these dodgy loan companies. I was working in one of them dodgy loan companies. I was like getting people into debt and all this type of stuff, but everyone's okay with that type of job. But as soon as you start like an online business, they're like, oh, it's a scam. No.
Yeah, that's so true.
I absolutely hated that job. I was stuck in a rut so much. Like, people that know me on the call from before know that, like, I was miserable. I was stuck in a rut. I had no confidence back then, because I worked in the office by myself most of the time. So my like self-esteem and confidence was like this much. I wouldn't go for other jobs because I was too scared, and I thought I couldn't do anything else. There was absolutely no social side. There was no, like, I would see people going for like after work drinkies and having Christmas parties. I remember I planned one of the Christmas parties once, and it was me, and like, nothing against age, but back like 6 years ago, I was going with like 45-year-old women and her friends because someone didn't turn up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm dying here, literally dying. There was no progression in the company either. So I worked in that company for a total of 6 years in the end, and I had one promotion. There was no room for progression in any other way. And if there was ever, it's like, how many people go for the same job? So I've got like a slim chance, because again, I had no confidence. And I was always just living for the weekend. Like, the money side of it wasn't that bad, but at the end of the month, I never had anything to put into savings. I didn't have a lot to like go out as much as I wanted to, or travel as much as I wanted to. If something happened to the car, I would be terrified of the bill. And I just was like, I can't live like this until I'm 60, 70. And by the way things are going, it could turn to 80. I was like, no chance, I can't do it. I need to do something else. So I obviously knew Lauren through my cousin Steph, and I was watching Lauren do this alongside her job, and hitting promotion after promotion, getting bonus after bonus, getting took left, right and centre all over the world with the company, events, having the best social side. And she was doing it while she had a job. And I was like, do you know what? Like, I'm watching her. So if I'm watching her, why aren't I doing it? Because I'm obviously on social media. So long story short, like, we went out that night for my cousin's birthday. I signed up, and because I just thought, even if I can get a tenth of what Lauren gets, that matches or is even a bit better than my full-time wage. Obviously that would take a while, but at first I just joined thinking it can top up my savings, it can be for emergencies, fun money, travel funds, that type of stuff. And I was actually a slow starter, so obviously we don't talk about it a lot, because you don't want to like tell people it can take ages, and it doesn't. pretty much, I would say everyone that's on my team, unless they've quit, have hit the first promotion quicker than me. It actually took me 6 months to hit the first promotion. That's how bad I was. But I'm only telling you that because I want you to know, if you're a slow starter and you're watching other people do it faster, that doesn't mean you can't make it happen. Because now I'm like IMD, and like I'm earning more than double of what I earned in that full-time job. I've had over £28,000 of bonuses so far, which is more than my whole yearly salary from that job I was just talking to. I've had 7 promotions in 6 years rather than 1 in 6 years from that old job. And I've just like people that know me, I've shared my savings account, and Lauren, you've seen my savings account. I could not put £50 towards my savings account, and I'll say it on it. I don't really share it on social media because I think it's like a bit braggy maybe, but I've got like over 50 grand in my savings account now, and it's all getting saved for a new house. But I would never have that money if it wasn't for this business, and the majority of it is just from last year. So honestly, like, it's totally worth it, and it doesn't matter if you're a slow starter because you still can make this work. I've been able to upgrade my car twice. So I had a Fiesta, which I'm not dissing at all. I love that Fiesta, but it was getting to that age where everything started to go wrong. Putting it in for MOT was like looking at the bill like this after it came out. And I've upgraded it to a brand new Mini 4 years ago. And then in February this year, I got only a year old, not even a year old BMW. And I never thought I would own a BMW. That might sound really stupid to people, but even now I'm like driving around in it like this thinking, whose car have I stole? I absolutely adore it every time I get in, and I would never have been able to get that. Lauren touched on it before about having a dog. I have always wanted a dog since I was a kid. Having a full-time job, for the time wise, I would not do it. I'm not, again, dissing anyone that does do it, but for me, it just didn't want to have a job and leave a dog on his own all day, and then not go out of an evening because I would want to spend time with the dog. So as soon as I actually got made redundant from the safe 9-to-5 life, I got a dog, and he was 3 this month. Absolutely adore him. If anyone follows me, you'll be bored by Bruno. But absolutely love him, and I don't even care. Literally, to just wrap it up, every aspect of my life has been improved because of this business. My health has improved, my financial side has improved, my confidence, my social side. Like, the friends you make in this business are amazing. We have the best time ever, even if you're just going for coffee or a dinner or a big event or traveling the world. And there's always something to look forward to. Like, in my old job, as I say, I was living for the weekend to just waste it away. Now I have always got things to work towards, always got things to look forward to. The only thing it hasn't improved with is the romance side of my life. I'm still waiting for some man in Juice Plus to come
You might recruit him. You might recruit the love of your life.
Yeah, I need to be focusing on the men, don't I? So yeah, if anyone's got any single teamies, send them my way. I only get like girls going, oh, like, because we talk to girls, I get loads of girls asking, but no, I'm not interested. Sorry. So that's pretty much my story. But my little like top tips, if you like. So if you are, again, like Lauren said before, scared about recruiting, don't be worrying, because like, when we say like it doesn't happen overnight, again, with the recruiting side, what my big tip is, and my team will like be bored of it, but is in the indirect business post, is what I think attract people to the business. And you don't just post one and someone goes, oh, can I join your team? So this is why it's really good to start doing them now, so that you can gradually build your confidence, gradually like pour it out there subtly, so people can just get intrigued and come to you eventually, even if it's not straight away. So the main things that I would say to do for your indirect business post, I think it's actually the easiest type of post we do. Like, I struggle with like personality and non-Juice Plus posts more than I do with business posts. What does that say about me? Like, no personality. But yeah, your first thing is you want to start talking about your journey. Now, people join and think, I've only been in the business a week, I've got nothing to say. You have got everything to say, because you talk about when you started, why you started, and what you like about it so far. So if you think when, why, and what, That's already your first chapter of your business book, if you like. And what you like about it, these calls. So you thought you would never know what to do, but you've got calls pretty much every night since you've started. I've never known so many calls. So that's an amazing one to talk about. The incentives. So usually your upline puts on an incentive every single month or most months, and the company even have incentives. So at the minute there's like cashback incentives for a certain position and things like that. So always talk about the incentives, the retreats that we have. So some, like Lauren's obviously putting on a retreat at the end of July. Is it the end of July or the 1st of July?
The 1st of July.
No, it's like 36 days or something. I'm like, get me to the gym. So yeah, like there's that. Even if you're not going, or if you think you've got no chance in hell of going, you can still share about that because you're a part of it now. That's something to look forward to. You can talk about the fact that is just on and it's something to work towards, or you can't wait to get yourself on one of these. That will attract people. The support and friendships, like the calls, the group, the WhatsApp group that you've been put in, like how many people have been put into a WhatsApp group and you already feel like you know a couple of the people. Like the friendship sides of it, like I didn't have that in my last job, so that would attract me. Where you're working from, so again, Lauren said working in your slippers. Now, if you're not at home working in your slippers, because we're not all Lauren Roberts doing this full time. I mean, I am now, but back then for 2.5 years, I had a full-time job. So you might be thinking, I've got a full-time job. I can't be posting that I'm in my slippers. Talk about building it in your breaks and talk about doing it in the evenings, but why you're doing it in the evening. So most people wouldn't be attracted that you're working in the evening. So think about it from the angle of, I'm putting in a couple of hours tonight so that in the future I've got more time freedom, and you're working towards something. So that's what I used to do. I would just put on my lunch break, I would just do a little picture of my desk with a cute notebook, a cup of tea, and my phone, maybe if you've got like a phone to take a picture of your phone. Or just put like the future or like plans for 2021 and talk about building my business in my break because I don't want this life forever. Something like that, really short, sweet, creates intrigue. And what you're doing it for. So talk about your goals, your big, your small goals. Like I used to do pictures of like a laptop on a bed and talk about the fact that in the future I wanted to do this from home, and like that was on my vision boards as well. So you can talk about why you're doing this, or like if it's for that designer bag. Like I'm not a massive huge designer person. I used to talk about wanting to buy a dog, obviously I did that. So talk about everything that you want to do because of this business, and honestly, like people will relate to you and think, I want that as well, maybe I should join. So indirect business posts are huge. Even if you've just started, you've got a story, trust me. The second tip I would say is get massively organized. Like, let me just tell you, life gets in the way, no matter who you are. But life will always get in the way. If you're waiting for a free day or a free week or half term or when the kids go back to school, something will always be there to stop you from doing this business. I said it to one of my girls this week. It was like 2 weeks ago I moved out. I did not let that affect my business. I made sure I had posts planned. I made sure I set an hour aside maybe to do all my engaging and building relationships and adding. I just did not let it affect me. I had tons to do. I live by myself. I had to rope in some help off my mum and dad, and my sister, and whoever else would help, but the majority of it was done by me. Like packing up my house was done by me. So you've got to just learn how to fit this. This is a lifestyle business. You just fit this business around your lifestyle. That is like summed up in a nutshell. So you want to get organized. If it won't work if you're not organized. So what you want to do is create yourself a schedule. I said it again to some of my new starters last night. So if you've got a normal job, you might have to do a certain task by a certain time. Same with this. When I had a full-time job, I would make sure my first post went on at 7:30 and my second post went on at 8:30, and I will have planned them the night before. So it's not taking any time out of my morning. I'm not getting stressed because I need to get ready for work. I'm not late for work. It's copy and paste, done. So that was my morning plan. So it was less stress. So schedule when you need to do what and when around your life. If anyone hasn't watched the Emma Snedden time management video about the clocks as well, I would highly recommend that. That is genius. There's 4 power hours every single day as part of the whole team winning group. So if you don't know about that group, ask your uplines. Sorry, uplines, if you're just going to get hounded now about the whole team winning power hours. But honestly, there's something for everyone. You do not have to get on every single one, but there's one at 6:30, 10 a.m, 1:30, and I think usually 9 o'clock. There is literally an hour a day that you can get on. There's no excuses that you couldn't get on at least one of them, and they will teach you how to do this business. You can do tasks together, you can get tons done, and they will help you build this business. And then also do timers. So I used to do it a lot when I get distracted by TV. What I would do is like I'd set a timer for 15 minutes, turn everything off, and do loads of liking, commenting, or adding. And then I'd watch the program that I wanted to watch. So you don't have to stop doing your whole life. If you really want to go for it, then switch the TV off. But if you can't drag yourself away from that program, set a timer for 15 minutes or half an hour before, turn distractions off and blast this business. And then also what me and my team did last year when I'm a Celebrity was on, we would all have a WhatsApp group. And because like you want to be relevant and talk about topics that people will be interested in, we watched I'm a Celebrity, but in the ad breaks, we had 3 minutes where we messaged as many people as possible, or we added as many people as possible. So if you really, again, can't drag yourself away from that TV program, in the adverts, don't talk to anyone, mute the telly, and just go for it for 3 minutes. And by the end of the program, if it's an hour long, for example, you've done what, 12, 15 minutes worth of work, better than nothing. And then the last tip, I was going to go over engaging and stuff like that, but Kelly pretty much talked about it. It's just literally making people feel good about themselves. So I comment, I like, and I ask questions when possible. But the last thing I would say was don't compare yourself. So if any of you know Simon Bowler, he every time he like talks to me or talks about me, he talks about the tortoise and the hare story. Because obviously, as I said, I was a slow starter. I could have watched people come into this business after me, flying past me, hitting promotions above me, and got really like upset or disheartened. But you have to just put the blinkers on, because what they were doing wasn't affecting my business. If they did rubbish, that didn't make my business better. If they did amazing, that didn't make my business better or worse. So you've just got to use them and as motivation. Anyone that's doing well, anyone that's getting orders, anyone that's signing up partners, they can, you can. You've got to use them as motivation, not a disheartened emotion. If you like, everyone has got different lives, they've got different amounts of times they can put into this business, they've got a different client base that they started off with, they've got different confidence levels, and they've got a different desire to you. So someone might have joined and gone, I need £500 a month now, so they are blitzing the business. Someone might go, I'm not that confident, so I'm happy to take it slow and build it up slower. So just relax and focus on your journey and what you want out of this. That's me.
Oh, thank you so much, Ruth. I love listening to Ruth. She's so relaxing. I'm like, oh, I wish I could slow down and speak like Ruth. She's literally got the best tone. I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea. Even though I know all this, when you explain things, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're really, really good at speaking. That is one of your main like strengths now. And just imagine 6 years ago, can you imagine speaking on a call like this or in front of people?
I'd have cancelled. I'd have found an excuse to cancel.
I know, and look at you now, you're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, babe. And next we've got Ellie. Not that you've got Ellie. I don't know why I'm calling Ellie now. There you go. Can you hear me? Oh, there you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So Ellie joined us just over a year ago, babe. I think it was 8 months actually, wasn't it? And she's absolutely smashing the business. So if you want to tell everyone about your journey so far, what it's going to do for you in the future, and your tips.
So first of all, why did I have to follow Ruth? Because she is phenomenal at speaking. I'm like, Christ, I got some big shoes to follow. My group chat's going off like, Ruth is so genuine. I'm like, hold on. Well done, girls, honestly. So amazing. So I can see everyone making so many notes because you have had the best tips and tricks there. So before we start, I want everyone to get their pen, to get their paper, and to write 2 words for me. I want you to write excuses
or execution? And I want you to circle which one you are going to do. Or are you going to make excuses? Okay, I know which one I'm going to be doing. So they've had some amazing tips there. Now, to tell you a little bit about my story before I go into like my tips and tricks, I joined back in July 2020. A bit like Kel, I was stalking Lauren for about 2 years. I was like seeing her live her best life. Like, I think I'd seen her go to Ibiza, then purposely miss a flight and go somewhere else. And then I was just starting another like 40-hour week at work thinking, I want this bird's life. And then I saw her hit the £40,000 bonus in 1 month. And that is when I just plucked up the courage that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. So I'd previously spoke to her, got cold feet, ignored her, and then I had to go back with my tail between my legs and was like, yeah, I want to join your team. And I know, and I count my lucky stars that thank God I had my moment where I joined the team. So before this, I was a financial advisor, and I'm not going to say like I didn't earn good money. For my age, I earned quite good money. I wasn't in much debt. I think I had like £1,000 on a credit card, but I had like £1,000 in savings or whatever. But there was always too much month at the end of my money. So if you're a sociable little butterfly like myself, I never say no to anything. So I'm always out and about, and naturally that does cost. So if I was on holiday, so I was never really saving too much, and I was looking to purchase my first home. So that was the reason for my joining, because I just wanted an extra source of income to be able to put extra money away every single month for my first house. And I joined on the 10th of July, and I remember it vividly because it was their payday and they was all out at brunch. And I was at work and I was like, oh God, I'm going to join. So it was the 10th, and I had 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, I hit my first and my second promotion. And my first wage was £612. And I remember when I got that pay, nearly falling off my seat, because I was like, oh my God, like £612, it's not a scam, it's real, like I'm just, and that is when I just ran with it. And that is my biggest advice. Like, I literally grabbed it with both hands and just gave it my all, and I've never ever stopped. I've never took my foot off the gas. I show up every single day, and my wage has just progressively grown and grown and grown. My second month's wage was £1,200, right? And I was like, hold on, what job do you know where your wage doubles in 1 month? Like, no other job. And I was like, whoa, this is like, I am in the right business, the right compensation plan, and I'm never leaving. So within a matter of a few months, I was then earning the same as what my full-time job was. And then, long story short, I'd picked up a number of promotions and bonuses. So in like 8 months, I'd picked up 7,480 in just bonuses. And I'm now like doubling what my wage was as a financial advisor. So I have now quit my 9 to 5, which is so scary to say out loud. Like, the fact that I keep forgetting that I don't need to set an alarm and I do this full time. I'm like, woohoo! But it's the best thing I ever done, and it has just grown and grown and grown, and I absolutely love it. I love the products, I love the opportunity, I love my team, I love my customers, and it's the best thing that I ever done. And what it's given me in terms of like time, freedom, financially, like I'm a lot more confident. Like the other day, I spoke on a stage in front of 5,000 people. I would never have ever done that in my life. Don't get me wrong, I was shitting bricks, but I'd done it anyway. And I have Juice Plus to thank for that. So that's essentially my story. I now do this full time. Now my tips, my 3 tips is, first of all, be consistent. And I'm so open and honest and transparent with my team with this. Like, I will give you the ingredients. I will give you the recipe. I'll even do the food shop, but I can't bake the cake for you. None of us can do that for you. Lauren can't, Ruth can't, Kelly can't, your upline can't, okay? We'll show you what's worked for us, but you are responsible for your own success. You're in complete control of your own destiny. Now, if you want to be the likes of some of the most successful people, if you want to be on a Zoom call leading from the front, right? You need to put in the grind, you need to put in the hustle, and you need to treat this like a business. Like, when people say to me, oh, I've just had a week off, I'm like, what? You've had a week off? What? Like, you would never have a week off your 9 to 5, would you? And if you want a hobby wage, that's fine. You won't need to work that hard. But if you do want to be paid like a professional, you need to show up like a professional. You need to treat it like a business. Your social media is your shop window, okay? So it needs to be inviting. It needs to be open, and you need to get your personality across. Like Ruth was saying, don't ever compare yourself to anyone else. No one is you, and that is your superpower, okay? And that is what's going to take your business to the next stage, okay? So please put your spin on it, put your personality across, and show up with energy, excitement, with passion, and I promise you, you will be successful, okay? So the secret sauce is consistency, absolutely. Sorry, all the girls, they were like going to the chat. I was like, oh my God, have I frozen? I thought I was a robot, but no, they're just chatting. Right, so that's consistency. Secondly, chase your likes. Now, I'm really passionate. I always, rather than just telling my team what to do, I like to show them. So I've actually got an example here on a voice note, because I literally do the climb, I do the hustle. I would never ask my team to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. So I do these things every single day. So when I say chase your likes, if you've posted like a transformation picture and somebody has liked that, they've liked it for a reason, guys, okay? They haven't just accidentally liked it. They've liked it because they think the results are great, or if they've liked it about the opportunity, they're interested, they're intrigued. You've planted that seed, and then it's just a matter of sowing it, okay? So if somebody likes a picture of mine in terms of like the opportunity or a transformation picture, I will message them and I'll go, hi, my lovely. Thank you so much for your interaction on my picture. Her results are insane, aren't they? Was you just sharing the love, or would you like a little bit more information on the products that she used to ascertain those results? Right? Do you know how many sales I convert because of that? So many. Because actually some people aren't confident enough to just message you directly. So that little like, I treat it as like, do you remember when you could poke on Facebook? I'm like, oh, you cheeky monkey, you're poking me. So I've got a voice note here that I done literally yesterday, right? And I just want to show you exactly what I say. So hopefully you can hear it.
Hi, my lovely. I hope you're well. Happy Monday. Emily, thank you so much for your interaction on the recent transformation picture I posted of Sarah. Her results are absolutely incredible, aren't they? Was you just sharing the love, or would you like more info on the products that she used to achieve their results? Let me know. Always happy to answer any of your questions or tell you more about our products.
So, and guys, and this is where I say consistency. You won't get a yes every single time, but I promise you, if you're doing these things, you're chasing your likes, you will 100% convert some sales. So always go back to the day before, look at your daily method of operation, your DMO, we like to call it, and look at what you've posted. And the people that have liked your stuff, go and follow up from the day before, okay? And I promise you, and you're not being like, I don't know about you, but I personally don't think I was pestering that lady at all. Like, it was like a service. You're so amazing, Ellie. Oh, I love you, Mo. Thanks, girl. But this is what I mean. I literally do it every single day, whether it's about the opportunity, whether it's about the products. And then that takes me on to my next tip, following up. The fortune is in the follow-up, guys. Everyone lives such busy lives, okay? And I don't know about you lot, but I'm one of these. I'll take my phone everywhere. I'll take it in the bath. I'll take it on the toilet. And you know what it's like you might read it and you're having a wee and then you think I'll reply to that later. And it's probably the same time that you've spoken to somebody else about a shred package, or you've sent them that voice note, okay? They might have played it in the car, think I'm going to reply to her when I get home, and then they forget. So one of my little tips is, if somebody's inquired and you've sent them all the products, about like all the info on the products, and then you're struggling to get them over the line, a little tip that I tell my girls is just message them and go, this is like a couple of days later. Hi, my lovely. I hope you're really well. I know we spoke a couple of days ago about your products. Have you thought any more about it? Just want to let you know I'm placing a really large order this evening. So if you're still interested, let me know and I'll add you to my list, right? And something as easy as that, I promise you, they think they're missing the boat, right? They're going to think, Christ, she's placing an order and I'm going to miss it and I might not be able to order for another week. Little do they know we can put an order through anytime, anywhere, but I promise you it works. So try these things, guys. And if you're not confident voice note, in practice, practice doing your voice notes. The great thing about Facebook is once you've done one, you can forward it to everyone and they'll never even know. But obviously, please make sure you've got the name right. Don't use the first name if that's what you're doing. But like for me, I have perfected my voice note for selling a shred package. So when anyone inquires and they want to lose weight, I just forward the same voice note to everyone. And that's why I convert so many sales. So my tips are: be consistent, show up obviously with your energy, your excitement, your passion. Secondly, chase your likes. Third, make sure you follow up and you're not pestering people. Like I said, if you're just going, hi, my lovely, I know we spoke. Are you still interested? I'm doing a really large order. So I was just thinking about you before I put it through. If you're still interested, I'll put you on my list. Who's going to get annoyed at you at that? No one. You're literally just going out of your way to see if you can be of an assistance. Okay? So follow up. Fortune is in the follow up. But honestly, guys, if I can give you any bit of advice, is just run with it. Like 10 months ago, I thought I was in my forever job. I was earning good money. I thought I was happy. And then I fell across this opportunity. And honestly, I have never loved an opportunity, a job, a company, a product, the people. Like, you can obviously tell I've got a very different accent to Lauren, Ruth and Kelly, but we all went out in Manchester the other day. We had an absolute blast. Like, the friends it gives you is phenomenal, and I've never known a job like it. So you're in great hands, and just run with it, and I promise you it'll be the best thing that you ever said yes to. So yeah.
Oh, thanks, Elle. You're amazing. They were some amazing tips. So I hope all of you have got so much out of tonight's call. You wrote all the tips down. You're going to practice your voice notes. You know exactly what to say. And like Al mentioned with the warm messages, no one's going to get pissed off with a warm message because you're thanking them for the likes. You're having a little chat. You don't want them to miss your big order. Like, no one's going to get pissed off with you. So just practice doing that. The follow-up is so important. I always tell everyone every single day, the follow-up is the most important thing for recruiting. I wouldn't recruit one single team without following up and asking if they've watched the videos, asking if they've got any questions. And usually on a Monday, we have an opportunity live in the Best Decision group. So we'll have one next week where you can literally spend the whole Monday getting as many people to come and listen to that person's story on the call or the live every single Monday. So that's a good excuse to get in touch. So on a Monday, for example, I will follow up with every single person that's ever inquired about the job opportunity that's not signed up yet. And I'll send the same voice note. You can send it 5 times, forward it 5 times on Facebook, and then another 5, and another 5, and do that every single Monday. And then you need to be doing that every single day for the products as well. So it's so important to follow up. So we've gone over just over an hour. If anyone's missed the call, if you've got any teamies or anyone on your team's missed the call, I'm going to upload it onto YouTube and then into the new starters group. So make sure all your teamies watch it. And I hope you all get lots from that. Thanks so much, girls. You were amazing. And I'll see you all soon. And I'm going to put in details in the group chat tonight about the team retreat, because I know time is ticking and we've got 22 spaces. So I'm going to be doing some new requirements where at least 5 of you have just started last week can come along. So look out for that and make sure you all talk about it and share it, because that'll attract people to your team as well. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you all soon.